DNS security, your next cybersecurity priority, according to NIST. The hidden power of DNS security, why it must be your top priority now. In a groundbreaking development, the National Institute of Standards and Technology, NST, has issued a wake-up call that's shaking up the cybersecurity world. Here's the shocking reality. The humble domain name system, DNS, we've long taken for granted, is actually our secret weapon against modern cyber threats. But here's where it gets interesting. Most organizations are completely missing its critical opportunity. Imagine discovering that 92% of malware attacks exploit the very system that makes internet navigation possible. That's exactly what former U.S. cybersecurity chief Ann Neuberger revealed about DNS exploitation. But here's the part most people miss. DNS isn't just a directory service. It's potentially your strongest defense against sophisticated cyber attacks. Consider the alarming case of Vextrio Viper, a massive criminal network controlling over 70,000 malicious domains. They're successfully bypassing traditional security measures through DNS manipulation, highlighting why conventional approaches are no longer enough. When even government agencies are sounding alarms about techniques like Fast Flux, we know we're facing a game-changing threat. NIST's revolutionary new guidance introduces 3 essential pillars of DNS security that every organization must embrace: protective DNS implementation, protocol security, and infrastructure fortification. Let's break down why these matter more than ever. First, protective DNS serves as your frontline defense, actively blocking malicious content before it reaches your network. Think of it as a highly intelligent bouncer that spots trouble before it starts. This system analyzes DNS queries in real time, identifying and blocking harmful sites, even if they're using never-before-seen attack methods. NIST recommends combining both third-party services and internal DNS infrastructure for maximum protection, a strategy that's proving increasingly crucial in today's threat landscape. Second, securing the DNS protocol itself addresses a critical vulnerability that many organizations overlook. Traditional security tools often let DNS traffic pass unchecked, a dangerous oversight that attackers love to exploit. By implementing domain name system security extensions, DNSSEC, and transaction signatures, TSIG, organizations can verify DNS data integrity and ensure secure server communications. Here's a controversial thought. Could the widespread reluctance to implement these measures be contributing to the surge in successful cyber attacks? Third, fortifying DNS infrastructure is about ensuring business continuity in the face of attacks. With DDoS attacks potentially costing organizations $218,000 or more, robust DNS infrastructure isn't just about security, it's about survival. This includes separating DNS services from other systems, implementing redundancy, and maintaining constant monitoring for unusual activity. But here's where the debate gets heated. Is the 12-year gap between NIST's DNS security updates indicative of a broader problem in how we approach cybersecurity? Are we too slow to adapt to evolving threats? The implications are clear. DNS security isn't just another item on your cybersecurity checklist. It's potentially your most powerful tool against modern threats. Organizations that fail to prioritize DNS security aren't just taking a risk. They're practically inviting attacks. What's your take on this paradigm shift in cybersecurity? Have you implemented any of the DNS security measures in your organization? Share your experiences and concerns in the comments below. Let's start a crucial conversation about the future of network security. Credit: Coleman Mehta, Head of Global Public Policy and Strategy at Infoblox. Note, this article is not intended for users within the European Economic Area. Unlock the power of DNS in cybersecurity. Infoblox Webinar Day 1. Unleashing the Power of DNS, a Game Changer in Cybersecurity. In this exciting webinar, Jiten Parikh, Senior Solutions Architect at Infoblox, will dive deep into the topic of enhancing cyber resiliency. But here's where it gets controversial. DNS, the domain name system, is no longer just a networking utility. It's evolving into a critical foundation for enterprise cybersecurity. Join us on this 3-part webinar journey to uncover the secrets of DNS's role in modern cybersecurity frameworks. We'll explore how DNS can act as a proactive security layer, offering a fresh perspective on defense in depth and zero-trust strategies. Key insights you'll gain: the evolving role of DNS, Understand how DNS has transformed from a simple networking tool to a powerful cybersecurity asset. DNS as a proactive security layer. Discover the potential of DNS to go beyond its traditional role, offering a new dimension to your security measures. Real-world DNS attacks and mitigation. Learn from real-life examples of DNS-based attacks and the effective strategies to counter them. 4. Threat detection and response with DNS data. Explore how DNS data can enhance your threat detection capabilities, threat hunting, and incident response processes. Don't miss out. Register now for our in-depth security workshop with Infoblox experts. We'll be covering these topics and more in our 3-part webinar series. And this is the part most people miss. DNS is not just about resolving IP addresses anymore. It's a key player in your cybersecurity arsenal. Webinar details. Day 1, 8th July 2025. Day 2, 9th July 2025. Day 3, 10th July 2025. Registration link: www.infoblox.com/resources/workshop.securityworkshop.@dmcampaign?, www.workshop.com/security. Number 2, register at date 1111 through the following transfer reader. Stay tuned for more updates and subscribe to get real-time notifications directly on your device. And the debate continues. Is DNS the unsung hero of cybersecurity, or is its role being overstated? What are your thoughts on the evolving role of DNS in enterprise security? Share your insights and join the discussion in the comments below. Understanding DNSSEC, a failed experiment in DNS security. The alarming truth: is DNSSEC a failed experiment in securing the Internet's foundation? Imagine a world where a simple typo in a website's address could lead you to a malicious site, all because the underlying system ensuring you reach the correct destination is vulnerable. Welcome to the reality of DNS, Domain Name System Security, where DNSSEC, Domain Name System Security Extensions, was supposed to be the guardian. But after nearly 3 decades, its adoption rate is alarmingly low. My experiment with DNSSEC? Recently, I enabled DNSSEC for our domain systemsapproach.org, hosted on GoDaddy. The ease of activation was surprising, yet it highlighted a concerning aspect. It took a security bug project to prompt this move. In contrast, deploying HTTPS for our website was a no-brainer from the start. This dichotomy sparked an investigation into the barriers to DNSSEC adoption and the state of Internet infrastructure security. The slow march of Internet infrastructure security. While there are successes in securing Internet routing, such as the adoption of Route Origin Revalidation, ROV, and AS Provider Authorization, ASPA, the domain name system remains a weak link. DNSSEC, designed to assure the integrity of domain name translations, faces significant challenges. The Internet Society's dashboard reveals a dismal 34% deployment rate for DNSSEC, in stark contrast to HTTPS, which secures 96% of the top 1,000 global websites. The heart of the problem: lack of user visibility. Unlike HTTPS, which reassures users with a padlock icon, DNSSEC operates behind the scenes, offering no direct feedback to end users. This lack of visibility makes its value proposition less compelling, even to those who understand its importance. Tools like the DNSSEC debugger and DNSViz provide validation, but are not intuitive for the average user. Comparing apples and oranges, DNSSEC versus TLS. DNSSEC ensures the domain name to IP address translation is correct, whereas TLS verifies the server's identity. The latter's trust model, coupled with visual cues like the padlock, enhances user trust. In contrast, DNSSEC's dependency on a chain of trust from root to leaf with no choice in certification authorities hampers its adoption. The ongoing need for DNS security. Despite the challenges with DNSSEC, securing DNS is crucial, especially given its use in censorship and the potential for attacks. Emerging technologies like DNS over TLS, DOT, and DNS over HTTPS secure the client to resolver channel, but don't guarantee the validity of a DNS information itself. DNSSEC and these technologies are complementary, each addressing different aspects of DNS security. The future of DNS security beyond DNSSEC. As we reflect on the limited success of DNSSEC, it's clear that the journey to secure DNS is far from over. While the majority of internet users may not perceive DNS resolution as critical as application-level security, its fundamental role in the internet's operation necessitates continued efforts to enhance its security. Will future innovations surpass the limitations of DNSSEC, or will it remain a necessary, albeit imperfect, solution? But here's where it gets controversial. Are we accepting the current state of DNSSEC as a stepping stone, focusing on educating users about its importance? Or do we need a revolutionary new approach to DNS security? Share your thoughts. Do you believe DNSSEC can still play a vital role, or is it time to explore alternative solutions? And this is the part most people miss: the interplay between DNS security technologies and global censorship practices. How do you think the future of DNS security should balance the need for privacy with the challenges of censorship? Join the discussion.